What if I told you that the song often called the Black National Anthem was written in 1900 by two brothers for 500 black school children in a segregated Florida school? What if I told you that this anthem, born from the pain of Jim Crow and the hope of freedom, has sustained us through World War II, the Civil Rights Movement, and fights for justice even today? This isn't just about a song. This is about how our ancestors turned suffering into strength and oppression into resilience, and created an anthem that still speaks to our souls over 120 years later. Now, before I tell you the powerful story of how James Weldon Johnson and his brother Rosamond Johnson created the hymn that would become our cultural heartbeat, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're building a community of truth tellers here who refuse to let these stories of brilliance be forgotten. I first learned the full history behind Lift Every Voice and Sing while I was a freshman at Tennessee State University, a historically black college and university in Nashville, Tennessee. I was at a student assembly when we were required to sing the song, or at least requested to sing the song. What I found interesting was after the song was sang, the student class president stood in front of all of us and asked the question, "Do you know the history behind this song?" Ironically, I had heard the song before, but I did not know the history. And it was in that moment that the history of what is considered the Black National Anthem was explained to me. I vaguely remember the song being sang at our church. I know the song was periodically sung at some of our family gatherings, but the song was definitely sang at Toledo Scott High School, which is a predominantly black high school located in the inner city of Toledo, Ohio. At Toledo Scott, that song was sang on a regular basis. Ironically, I have taught some of my grandchildren the song and made sure they knew the words of the song. But if I'm honest here, I have to say that I haven't gone into grave detail with my grandchildren about why the song matters. And that's on me. Now, I am filled with a sense of euphoria every time I hear that song. Think about it. We're talking about a vague remembrance of it back in my early childhood through today. When I hear it today, the reason I believe I feel that way is because I have life experience now. I have traveled the world. Within the United States itself, I feel safe saying that I've probably been to, well, I've definitely been to, at minimum, 47 out of the 50 states in the United States. I've talked to people from all walks of life, in all categories, and I've talked to them in the inner cities, I've talked to them in the rural areas. I've talked to white, I've talked to black, I've talked to Asian, I've talked to Hispanics, I've talked to indigenous, I've engaged them in the inner city and in rural areas, and all in the conversation of the plight of blacks in America. When I couple all of that with the words of this song, the reason I feel the way that I feel is because I now know what the song means. The hymn, commonly known as Lift Every Voice and Sing, occupies a unique place in American cultural history. Often referred to as the Black Negro Anthem, it has grown from modest beginnings to becoming a symbol of Black American resilience, faith, hope, and aspirations. But to truly understand its power, we must first understand the world in which it was born into. At the close of the 19th century, the United States was undergoing a profound transformation. The Civil War had officially ended decades earlier, and the Reconstruction period from 1865 to 1877 had afforded Black Americans certain political gains, voting rights, representation, and new schools. But by the 1890s and into 1900, many of these advances were reversed. Against this backdrop, faith, music, education, churches, schools, and fraternal organizations played a vital role in Black communities. The hymn tradition in Black churches, the emergence of Black American newspapers, institutions like the NAACP, and the development of Black American literature and art all became a part of a larger uplift culture. It was into that world that Lift Every Voice and Sing was born. Born in 1871, James Weldon Johnson was a man of many talents: educator, lawyer, diplomat, writer, and civil rights leader. He taught in Florida, edited newspapers, practiced law, and later served in leadership roles in the NAACP. In his autobiography, Along This Way, he recounts the origin of the hymn. He served as principal of the Stanton School in Jacksonville, Florida, a segregated school, and was deeply engaged in the Black community. James's younger brother, John Rosamond Johnson, born in 1873, was a gifted musician and composer. He studied at the New England Conservatory of Music, and he and his brother collaborated on many compositions and theatrical works. When James realized he had a powerful text, Rosamond lent his musical talent to create a setting that would match the dignity and earnestness of the words. The story goes, in the winter of 1899, James had been asked to deliver an address for the celebration of President Abraham Lincoln's birthday at Stanton School on February 12, 1900. Rather than simply speaking, he and his brother decided to craft a song. From his memoir, James recalled, "My brother and I decided to write a song to be sung during the exercises. I wrote the words and he wrote the music." James recalled that the first line came easy, and then he entered a period of creative intensity, pacing, repeating the lines, riding waves of what he called the agony of ecstasy of artistic creation. Rosamond, meanwhile, sat at his piano and fashioned the melody and harmonies. Together, they both created a song that captured both the burdens of the past and the hopes of the future. On February 12, 1900, at the Stanton School in Jackson, Florida, a choir of 500 Black school children performed Lift Every Voice and Sing for the first time. The event celebrated Lincoln's birthday, a holiday especially significant for Black Americans at the time. The song was given to the children on mimeograph sheets and taught for the occasion. James later reflected that although he and his brother moved to New York the following year and somewhat forgot about the piece, the students kept singing it. And over time, it traveled across Southern schools and Black communities. If you're realizing how much history your children and grandchildren don't know about our cultural treasures, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, because there's so much more to this story. In the early years, the song spread in Black churches and schools. The sheet music was copyrighted in 1900 with a significant dedication, national hymn for the colored people of America, respectfully dedicated to Booker T. Washington. By the 1920s, it was widely used in Southern Black American communities and appeared in hymnals. From its inception, the lyrics point to the dark past, the weary feet, and the journey through struggle. Evocative images of slavery, the Black American experience, suffering, and perseverance. But the opening stanza lifts with hope, envisioning triumph and calling for perseverance until victory is won. Thus, from the start, the song balanced memorializing struggle and envisioning triumph. In 1919, the organization known as the NAACP adopted Lift Every Voice and Sing as its official song, calling it the Negro National Anthem. This endorsement gave the hymn national reach and cemented its role not merely as a local school song, but as a symbol of Black American identity. The title, Black National Anthem, carries deep meaning. It implies a dual national identity. Americans, yes, but also members of a community whose national experience within the United States has been marked by a distinct history of oppression and struggle. The song thus functions as a communal anthem, one of remembrance, solidarity, aspiration, and spiritual uplift. Over the decades, the hymn was performed in churches, schools, civil rights gatherings, community events, and at the opening of major Black-led organizations. Its adoption and use affirmed Black American self-respect, cultural continuity, faith, and social conviction. During World War II, Black American soldiers sang Lift Every Voice and Sing even as they fought overseas in a segregated U.S. Army for freedom abroad and equality at home. As one veteran recalled, when the morale of our troops was low, we sang our Negro National Anthem. It sustained us and helped us to carry on. Thus, the song linked domestic justice and international service. Our service members sang it in the trenches, fighting for a country that still denied them basic rights at home. In the mid-20th century, as the civil rights movement gained momentum, the hymn was used in meetings, marches, church services, and educational events. While other freedom songs became prominent, Lift Every Voice and Sing remained a pillar of the institutional and cultural memory for many communities. In the latter decades, the hymn continued to be recorded, performed at major events, including presidential inaugurations and national observances, and invoked in discussions of racial justice. For example, in 2016, the Library of Congress included a historic recording of the song in the National Recording Registry. More recently, the song has been used in the context of the Black Lives Matter movement and the resurgence of attention to structural racism. Before I share with you the power of the words, here are the lyrics. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the casting rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed? We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood and the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou hast brought us thus far on the way. Thou who hast by thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path, we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts drank with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. The lyric covers 3 stanzas. The first speaks of rejoicing in hope, the second recalls suffering and the journey, and the third offers prayer and pledges to stand firm. The text employs biblical imagery, Christian faith language, and collective consciousness. It speaks of coming over a way that has been watered with tears, treading a path through struggle, yet maintaining faith and hope. Rosamond Johnson's musical composition offers a dignified melody, harmony, and structure that complements and uplifts the text. The sound is stately, reflective, communal. It invites a congregational singing style. Why has the song endured? Because several factors converge. 1, cultural identity and collective memory. It gives a voice to a people's story of suffering, endurance, and hope. 2, faith and morality. It invokes God, faith, prayer, which resonates in Black American religious culture. 3, community education, because it began in a school setting and was adopted broadly in churches and schools, it became embedded in communal life. And 4, public performances and rituals. Singing it at community and national events served to articulate identity, claim dignity, and assert aspiration. In recent years, Lift Every Voice and Sing has appeared in sporting events, memorials, Juneteenth celebrations, and popular culture. The NFL and other major leagues have featured it in pre-game ceremonies, especially since 2020 in the wake of racial justice protests. It continues to be taught in schools, sung in churches, and recorded by prominent Black American artists. The hymn remains powerful because it continues to reflect lived realities, the legacy of slavery, segregation, discrimination, the hope of redemption, progress, and greater justice, and the conviction that faith, community, and song can carry the weight of history. A hymn composed for children to be sung at a school celebration in 1900 continues to be performed for well over a century at the national level. In times of racial reckoning and social transformation, Lift Every Voice and Sing offers both the connection to history and a call to the future. From its modest inception in a segregated schoolroom in Jacksonville, Florida, with 500 children singing on February 12, 1900, to its adoption as a touchstone of Black American culture and beyond, Lift Every Voice and Sing has traveled a remarkable journey. The collaboration of James Weldon Johnson and Rosamond Johnson produced more than a song. They created a vessel for memory, hope, faith, and communal aspiration. This is the history behind the song that has sustained us for over 120 years. From 500 Black children in a segregated Florida school to NFL stadiums, from World War II trenches to civil rights marches, Lift Every Voice and Sing has been our anthem of resilience. Your children and grandchildren need to know that when they hear this song, they're hearing the heartbeat of our people, a heartbeat that has never stopped, never given up, and never surrendered. If this story has moved you like it moved me, then I need you to do something right now. First, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss these stories that preserve our cultural legacy. Second, like this video and share it with your family, your church, and your community. Let's make sure the next generation knows why this song matters. Third, leave a comment and help me teach the next generation. Now, answer these questions so that others can learn. When and where did you first learn Lift Every Voice and Sing? Was it at church, school, a family gathering, or somewhere else? What does this hymn mean to you personally? How has it sustained you or your family during difficult times? Why do you think it's important for our children to know this song was created by two black brothers in 1900? What lessons does their story teach about black excellence and creativity? Fourth, and this is crucial, build your Black History library. Read Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson himself. Get the full story in his own words. You can find this book and our complete Black History library at the link in the description and in the pinned comments below. These books are the foundation of truth that our families need. Don't just watch the videos. Own the books. Read them with your grandchildren and pass them down through generations. Don't let them forget that two black brothers created an anthem that has sustained us for over a century. Don't let them erase James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson from history. Subscribe, share, comment your answers, and build your library. I'll see you in the next video where we will uncover another story of Black brilliance that shaped America. Take care.